Hey guys, it's Brian here with TooFab. Today we are with Tyler Henry. We're going to talk all about season 3 of his show on E! Hollywood Medium. I watched the first episode. I've seen the trailer for the full season. It seems like you have a great collection of celebrities this season and some crazy stories.
Yes, absolutely.
How much, since season 1, how much has the process changed for you? Has it gotten easier? Is it...
You know, it's never easy because
Yeah,
it is something that is inherently emotional, and
Yeah.
I never know who I'm reading or where I'm going or what's going to come through. So that aspect of it is always a bit of a challenge. But I found now that we've gone to our 3rd season, we've done over 164 readings. So it's a lot of people,
Yes.
and that has actually really helped me get a deeper sense of confidence. I think this season you'll see me taking more risks in the information that comes through. You'll see me say and do some pretty bizarre things that make a lot of sense to the client. So that's really how it's kind of evolved since the seasons.
Now, do you ever kind of want to know who you're going to see first?
No, it's
You're
important
good
for
with
me
it
to
being a
never
mystery?
know. It's important for me to not know because I want to maintain the integrity of the reading. And
Yeah.
even if I have an idea of who it is, it can sometimes skew the way information will come through. So that's really how we maintain the integrity of the process. Even when I'm driven to readings, we follow a lead car, so no one on the show ever knows who's the client is going to be.
I always like seeing your reaction, whether you actually know who they are or not.
Right. That can be interesting.
Who were you most surprised to see this season?
I would say Megan Fox was a
Yeah.
surprise because I was like, Megan Fox does reality TV? What? But that was an interesting thing. She opened the door and we sat down and immediately her grandmother came through and it was a whole lot of information.
Yeah.
So it was intense.
And she seems like a kind of person that is very open.
Yes.
Does that kind of make it easier for you?
It can. You know, I've read a wide variety of different clients throughout these 3 seasons. Some total skeptics, others are believers from the get-go. And I think she was very spiritual and just kind of needed some validation to really understand it. And
Yeah.
she got some pretty interesting validation. So
Now, obviously, there's been a lot of talking about, Michael Jackson.
sure.
How surprised were you when you first saw LaToya and then kind of found out where the day was going to go from there?
Well, when I first saw LaToya, I was like, oh my God, I know what this means. I mean,
Yeah.
she's here to connect with Michael. But what was so interesting is during our initial reading, her grandparents came through, Michael did come through, they came through as a family. And I was expecting, the Michael Jackson that I knew from television and, well, and of course the biggest pop star in the world and someone who, would have been this big personality. But when he came through, it wasn't that way at all. He came across much like a brother would, just trying to connect with his sister. And he came through, if anything, very private and very reserved and wasn't what I was expecting.
And how do you think she felt afterwards?
Well, she really came into the reading because she wanted something very specific.
Yeah.
She didn't know what exactly happened in regards to her brother's passing.
Yeah.
So to be able to get the clarification of kind of the chronology, who was around, how that kind of transpired, allowed her to really put certain things to rest that I think she really needed to.
So she got some sort of closure from it. you think?
Absolutely. And I think the fans of Michael will also find a sense of closure in it because it provides some answers that
Yeah.
I think that she'd always wondered.
Yeah. And now I know another family you kind of communicated with was the Arquette family.
That's right.
I saw David and Rosanna are on it communicating with Alexis.
Right.
How was that? I know David, he posted on Instagram right after he did it that he was very, I think, happy with what happened.
Yeah, it was incredible. I'm a huge Patricia Arquette fan. I love Medium, so I was like, oh my God, you're related to Patricia. But yeah, Alexis, did come through, and in that reading, they presented some of her paintings as the objects, and there were some really special validations. And it was interesting reading 2 people as opposed to 1,
Yeah.
especially them being siblings and connecting to a sibling. So it added a really interesting dynamic that I don't think we've seen on the show.
Season 3 premieres February 28th.
Yes.
I can't wait to see the rest of it because I love watching the show, and our fans love it as well. So thank you.
Absolutely. I can't wait to watch it with you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
you.
Bye.